Well, today, people can cast their vote in election 2024 as early voting begins throughout the state here. And I'm joined now by the Lancaster County Election Commissioner, Todd Wilchin, is joining us here. Todd, thank you for waking up early.
Yeah, good morning, Andrew. Thanks for having me.
So what does this mean for you guys over at the Election Commission now that early voting starts today?
Yeah, so today is the first day that you're actually able to come into the office and vote in person.
Yeah.
Last week we mailed out over 42,000 ballots by mail. But today is the first day that people can actually come in to the office and vote in person. It's going to be a very similar experience to what they would encounter on election day. However, they have the opportunity to vote early. We're excited, we're ready, we're all set up to accommodate the voters who want to come in and vote early.
How many people are you expecting to vote early?
Well, it's hard to estimate the number of voters just because different issues on the ballot will affect turnout. Also the preferences on voters. If they want to come in early, like today, then we'll be really busy. But also if they wait until the last minute, the Monday before the election, we'll be busy then. Hopefully voters will, spread out their, their plan when they want to vote. And so we're not going to have any extensive lines that we may have if everyone decides to show up at the same time to vote.
Is that the kind of big advice you have for people, just kind of maybe spread it out a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I would avoid lunch hours just
Yeah.
because if you can. I know a lot of people, that's the only time that they're able to get away from work. But if you can, avoid the high traffic areas or times like over the lunch hour.
Yeah, something like that.
Late morning, early afternoon would be probably a better time.
Yeah, I know a lot. This has been, obviously critical election time right now. What are some worries that you have, heading into this period?
Well, I mean, obviously, security is a big issue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of misinformation out there about elections. So we've been doing a lot of work to educate voters to help push back on some of those falsehoods around elections. But also, with the elections, there's a lot more opportunities for, like I said, misinformation, creating, false information to affect how voters will vote. Like I said, our biggest concern is people giving them the opportunity to vote. Yeah. And so if there's misinformation out there, it might sway them from voting.
Really quickly here, just how do you prepare your poll workers then when you go out there and you have to deal with those kind of issues?
Well, we do a lot of training.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we're very fortunate. We have a lot of dedicated election board workers here in Lincoln and Lancaster County. So they've already been through a lot of elections. But we continue to train. And like I said, we're just out there providing a public service for the community.
Todd, thank you so much for waking up.
Absolutely, Andrew.
Again, election or early voting begins today here, and you can vote right now at the Lancaster County Election Commission. Thank you very much, Todd.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew.